So to those who say, I can't vote for Joe Biden, he's too old, what do you say?
I say his age is an asset.
Aha! He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience. He knows every leader on the world stage. He's lived history. He knows history.
Well, that was First Lady Dr. Jill Biden insisting that the US president's age is an asset. Joe Biden is the oldest president in America's history at age 81, and polling shows there is a deep concern among voters about his age. But Jill Biden wants us to know that Joe Biden has vigour and energy.
Your husband is 81. At the end of a second term, he'd be 86. As his life partner of 46 years, is there a part of you that is worried about his age and health? Can he do it?
He can do it, and I see Joe every day. I see him out, traveling around this country. I see his vigor. I see his energy. I see his passion every single day.
Mm-hmm. Jill Biden made the comments during an interview on MSNBC where she went on to say that what her son Hunter Biden is going through is cruel. And the GOP-led probe into Hunter Biden and whether the president financially benefited from Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings has been horrible.
Showing pictures of him during vulnerable moments in his battle with addiction on the floor of the House. This would crush any family.
Mika, I think what they are doing to Hunter is cruel. And I'm really proud of how Hunter has rebuilt his life after addiction. I love my son, and it's hurt my grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm so concerned about, that it's affecting their lives as well.
Hunter Biden also faces federal charges relating to his alleged failure to file and pay income taxes. He has pleaded not guilty. But Jill Biden's interview comes as her husband's re-election campaign kicks off. Joe Biden, though, is facing mounting criticism for his lack of sit-down interviews. According to the American Presidency Project, Joe Biden has held fewer press conferences than any modern president, averaging 11 per year, which is roughly half of Donald Trump's average of 22.
Yeah, Jillian, long gone are the days where he wasn't even naming Donald Trump in some of his speeches. He's really going after him now, but he has to be careful about also emphasizing what his administration has done and is going to do. Otherwise, it risks going too negative too early, and he's clearly trying to push into the democracy angle where polls have indicated he's doing better than Donald Trump. That's not so much on other top tier issues like the economy and inflation. He's hoping the economy numbers get better for him before the election day. But in democracy, that's why you see him hitting January 6th. That's why you see him hitting Charlottesville. And he's trying to paint Trump as a threat. And Donald Trump is, of course, responding that Biden is a threat.
Former US President Donald Trump took aim at Joe Biden in a Fox News town hall, while Republican candidates Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley exchanged barbs on CNN's Republican debate.
Just days out from the Iowa caucuses, 3 main candidates have emerged for the Republican nomination, and they were all fighting it out on primetime television. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley qualified for the debate on CNN, while frontrunner Donald Trump skipped the debate yet again for his own primetime town hall on Fox at the exact same time.
Nikki Haley is running. We don't need another mealy-mouthed politician who just tells you what she thinks you want to hear just to try to get your vote, then to get in office and to do her donors' bidding.
His campaign is exploding. You're going to see the fact that he has switched his policies multiple times, and we'll call that out tonight. But every time he lies, Drake University, don't turn this into a drinking game because you will be overserved by the end of the night.
The 2 candidates clashed on a number of topics, including Ukraine.
And people like Nikki Haley care more about Ukraine's border than she does about our own southern border, which is wrong.
Supporting Ukraine is 3.5% of our budget. I don't want cash going. It's equipment and it's ammunition. If we support Ukraine and Israel, that's only 5% of our defense budget.
So you're going to borrow that?
if we support Ukraine, Israel, and secure the border, that's less than 20% of Biden's green subsidies. You do not have to choose when it comes to national security.
But much of the debate got very personal. Meanwhile, Donald Trump took questions from voters. He hinted he's already picked his vice president and joked again about being perceived as a dictator.
This is just a political ploy. Trump is a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. You know, it's interesting. I did a show, Sean Hannity. Did you ever hear of him? He's a very nice man. And he said, essentially, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? Tell me. I think he was trying to give me a nicer question than maybe you guys would. He meant it very well. I said, I'm going to be a dictator for one day. We're going to do two things. The border, we're going to make it so tight you can't get in unless you come in legally. And the other is energy. We're going to drill, baby, drill. After that, I'm not going to be a dictator. After that, I'm not going to be a dictator.
Candidate Chris Christie also chose the night to announce he was suspending his campaign, but his speech was overshadowed by this hot mic moment, taking a swipe at Nikki Haley.
And she's going to get smoked. And you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
She hasn't even
And she's still 20 points behind Trump in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's still going to carry out, right?
Yes. Oh, I talked to DeSantis called me, petrified.
These candidates have already spent months relentlessly campaigning across key states, and the fatigue and growing animosity is starting to show. The Iowa caucuses on Monday will be the first time voters have their say on who their party's nominee will be. Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, D.C.